trading is one of the few things that I know of that if you put in a consistent year, 2, 3 years, you can actually walk out of this wealthy without a lot of capital. You don't have products to ship. You don't have to deal with customers. People often ask Kenya and I, if I trade now with this X amount of money, can I make $50 a day? Or can I make $50,000 this month? And the short answer is yes, you can, but it's highly unlikely, especially if you're a new trader. And oftentimes we see traders who want to rush to make money. And there's a small part of me that understands, yes, it's good to make money. We want to make money quickly, but there's a huge part of me that says, why the rush? Why is there a rush to make money? We don't rush to go through school to earn our master's degree so that we can have the opportunity to make more money within a specific field that only people with master's degree can have. We don't rush to become a doctor because if we did, there's a lot of intricate learning that we would be missing out, especially if we're operating on people and taking care of people. But then when it comes to trading or with Forex or any other type of trading, we tend to rush to make money. And if we don't make money right then and there or fast, then it doesn't work. And that's not true. This is one of the only things in the world that with time, with proper time and consistency, that you actually get better in. Anything else, which is physical labor, like if you're working at a job that requires physical labor, like construction or warehousing jobs or anything, or electrician, anything like that, where you're using your physical labor to make money, you start to get a little bit worse the older you get because your body isn't as young as it used to be. And so with trading, don't rush it. Don't rush it. I'm telling you. And it has a lot to do with your psychological well-being. And so we tell people, stop rushing, just enjoy the trading, show consistent profits. You can always up your lot size. When you get more money, you can always up your lot size. And if you can get 40 pips at 10 cents a pip, and you're doing that consistently, you can get 40 pips with $10 a pip consistently. Be consistent as often as you can. And oftentimes we compare ourselves with someone who has more experience. And that's another key to failure. You don't want to compare yourself with people who has more of a background than you or have been trading a lot longer. Now the more you trade, the better you get, but you will not become better than someone who's been trading a lot longer than you. So don't compare yourself with someone who's been trading a lot longer than you, because you're setting yourself up for failure. So my advice is to make consistent progress every single day, even if it's just a little bit, and stop thinking about the money. Now, if you are trading because you have a bill you want to pay, or you want to pay your mortgage or feed your family, and it's urgent, then I would suggest you to not trade at this moment, because trading is going to take consistent time and you don't want to rush it. And if you're rushing to try to accomplish something quickly, your mind isn't there. Your mind isn't where it needs to be. Okay? Just like a doctor, you need to have a fresh mind every single time you're operating on someone. You can't think of a mindset being a doctor saying, I want to hurry up and rush through this so I can hurry up and get to my next patient or hurry up and get home. That's not going to work. We can give you the best strategies. You can get the best strategies from anywhere. But if you don't want to take that time and be patient and focus on the strategy, focus on the consistency first rather than the money, you will always fail. Take it from someone who's been trading for over 10 years, professionally, and for even myself and for my business. You need to take your time. Think of it as a business, because it is a business. You don't see major food chains like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, or big companies like Nike, Microsoft treating this as a hobby. This is not a hobby. They don't treat their business as a hobby. They have a vision plan. They have a marketing plan. They have plans for short-term goals and long-term goals. They have people to write this thing out and then execute it to its fulfillment. So you want to make sure as you're trading, first, this is a business. This is not gambling. This is not a part-time gig where you're like, okay, well, I hope I make some money this time. This is not anything like that. This is a business. And when you treat it as a professional business, you will start treating yourself professionally. You will start treating the trade professionally as it's a craft. It is an art. And so this is one single advice that I really believe will take your trading off the charts. Because when you start thinking like this, now your psychology is thinking completely different. Your psychology shifts. Your psychology begins to change. When you're trading, psychology is everything. We're putting our emotions in our trades. We're putting our emotions on our money. So if we lose money and we see that funds are going against us in the MetaTrader 4 or whatever trading platform you're trading, when you see it red, one or two things are happening. You're saying, I'm in a loss. I'm going to cut my loss. Number two, you're saying, I'm going to hold on to this trade, hoping that it reverses to make money. Okay, so those are dangerous. You want to make sure that every single trade you're doing, you're sticking to your strategy, and you're getting out every single time when it hits a specific amount of pips or your goal or percentage or whatever it looks like. You want to make sure that it's consistent and not holding on just because you're hoping for a trade to reverse. So you want to have not only your trading strategy, so you're entering a trade every single time when your trade that looks exactly like this and it hits your rules and your criteria. You want to also make sure that your stop loss or whatever your strategy is to get out of a trade is consistent every single time, whether it's your stop loss or your take profit. So my main key points to this is that, number one, look at your trading as a business. You don't want to rush a business. This is a long-term goal. If you're making $5,000 in the next 3 years a month, that's a lot better than it is now, right? If you're consistently losing your trades or not being profitable, and if you make $5,000 every month, and let's say from 3 years from now, you're doing good. If it's $10,000, $15,000 a month, you're doing good. Don't rush it. Trading is not going anywhere. The Forex market isn't going anywhere. Whether you're trading currencies or crypto or anything like that, it is not going anywhere. So take your time. I can't stress that enough. If you're working a 9-to-5 job and you have the opportunity on the side to study trading, I suggest you to do that, however long it takes. Number two, don't compare yourself to someone who's been trading for a long time, because you're setting up your psychology to fail you. Your mind, your psychology is everything when it comes to trading. So two, don't compare yourself because you're not where that person has been. Like I said, it takes time to develop. Allow yourself to be a student. Allow yourself to understand and trade. It doesn't matter if you're trading 3 months in a row, every single hour of the day for entire 3 months against someone who's been trading for 10 years. Yes, you got better, but you're not going to be at the same status where someone has been trading for 10 years. So just understand that your reward as a trader is years from now. It's not going to be today. It's not going to be tomorrow. And you can get lucky and you can even do good for the first few months or the first few days or weeks. But count on every single day as getting better, and then your account size will show it. Take your time. Trading is one of the few things that I know of that if you put in a consistent year, 2, 3 years, you can actually walk out of this wealthy without a lot of capital. You don't have products to ship. You don't have to deal with customers. You don't have to deal with traveling or anything like that. The only traveling that you'll be doing is actually traveling on a vacation with your laptop, with your phone, making trades and making money. Hands down, this is one of the fewest opportunities in the world. If you put in a consistent amount of years, 1, 2 to 3 years, you can actually walk out of this wealthy, replace your job, and be exactly where you want to be. But you have to be consistent. You can't trade and then stop for 2 months, then trade again, and then stop for 3 months, and then you see all these other people trading becoming successful, and then you get back in it. And it has to be repetitive. It has to be consistent, just like working out. If you can work out for a whole week, every single hour, 24 hours for the entire week, and if you stop for 2 weeks, you've actually backtracked. Every single day, you have to be consistent. That's with everything. That's just the law of attraction. If you're consistent with something, you will become better at that something, whether if it's good for you or bad for you, that's up to you. But if you're consistent with something, you will eventually make it as a habit and you will grow with that habit. With this market, the older you get, the better you get, the wiser you get. That's one of the fewest things about Forex trading or trading in general. It comes better with age. But there's a flip side. There is a benefit. Here's a shortcut. If you have more hours out of the day, and you use those hours by studying and training and trading, then you can actually curve that. So if you're trading and let's say you're successful, average with 3 years consistently, you can actually shortcut that if you have more time out of the day to train. So with me and Kenya, we actually had a desire to be successful. And although we didn't give ourselves a time limit to become successful, we said, hey, we can shorten that curve if we put in more hours each day. So we were working a 9-to-5, but you know what? As soon as the kids went to sleep, we put in the hours. It will be anywhere between 9 o'clock p.m. to 3 o'clock in the morning. And all we will have is about 2 to 3 hours of sleep to start our job, our 9-to-5 job, but we were hungry about it. We knew that people were getting successful with this. We knew we didn't want to deal with customers. We knew we didn't want to deal with products. We knew we wanted to get out of our 9-to-5 job because we kept getting laid off. So guys, my prayer for you is that you guys slow down and be patient. It's either being patient right now, and then a couple of years later, you're making the finances that you are not making now with trading Forex, or you're at where you're at now and you stay there. Now, if you're happy where you're at, then that's fine. And you're just wanting to make some additional income, completely understandable, but you're still going to have to put in the work and be patient. But if you're not happy where you're at, you have to look at the pros and the cons. Be patient and wait a couple of years, being consistent, demonstrating consistency, having a passion and a desire to be profitable and successful. You can do it because we've done it. And lots of other people have done it. That can be your future, or right now, and what you've experienced can be your future. If you don't change anything in your life right now, nothing will ever change later. I'm going to leave that with you guys. God bless you. Go ahead and click in the description below. Check out our academy. Reach out to us and leave a comment. We would love to respond to you and to help motivate you to become a successful trader. And you can also join our Telegram for free, where we drop trade ideas and just kind of give you daily encouraging videos and content. You guys have a good day. See you in the next video.